today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Escaping a tackler at the 25, and he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2. End zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here goes Stroud again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll go play action here with Stroud. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Allen. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got it. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On second down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To the air, Allen. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop.
Now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Throwing now is Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A final shot before half for Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 3rd and 6. Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the toss right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Allen now on 1st down. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Pressure comes and down he goes. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Stroud. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Stroud.
Short pass caught by Henry, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap to Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. That is caught. A beautiful fake. Still going. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it is 42-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Bass on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7. And Stroud now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stroud will look to throw once more. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.